speaking of subway situations, so when I said stuff's been weird on the train, a bit ago, a couple, what, sometime last year, like towards the end of last year, a friend of mine, she and I went to go and have uh, lunch in a city. It's a little ways away, and in fact, that it's going to be part of a video that I do because it's listen, it's got to be the best New York style pizza I've ever had in my fucking life. And mind you, living in the States, eating New York pizza everywhere, including fucking New York. This little shop killed it. Anyway, but we left and we were going to another city farther away on the opposite end of Tokyo because there was a rally going on. So, a stamp rally. So, she wanted to do the stamp rally, whatever. Like, cool, cool, cool. And she, I don't know if she went back to the Philippines. She's Japanese and Filipino, and she moved back there. She's probably watching the stream. She can verify this shit as we talk about it. Now, I told you guys about the situation that happened the day I moved here, about what the girl did to me on the fucking train. There's been other instances in between, but this day, this was one of the first times I was with someone, with a friend, who saw in real time what the fuck happened. We're on the train, we're standing, and we're close enough to where we're together, like as in, you know, we we're going wherever we're going together because we're having conversation at the same damn time. This girl gets on the train. There was space. There was an abundance of space because the train that we got on, I think it was the starting point of that line. She could have, like, most of the seats were full, but the standing area, there were actually fucking seats available too. And the standing area was smooth clear to where she did not need to, but decided to when she got on. And this is when we both looked at each other because she looked at me like, "Do you know her?" And I looked at her like, "Bitch, I don't know." Like, but it's not even that kind of relationship. But it was just funny because our faces were like, "What?" Because when she got on, the girl looked at me a certain way, and I'm like, "What's cracking? What's happening?" You know. But then she walks up, and I swear to you, essentially was close enough to push my friend out the fucking way and put her ass on my fucking thigh. She's short, all right, is what it is. But I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She had moved up a little bit, and I'm thinking, okay, now she gonna break space. All right, cool. Accident, whatever. I don't know. Earth shifted and I didn't feel it. That just happened. Nah, nah, nah. She adjusted herself to where she was just, I mean, what are we doing? And so now she and I are talking about it because we both know, like, she doesn't speak English, and my friend, she speaks Japanese, English, and Spanish. Go figure. You know, she's Japanese and Filipino. So she's like, yes, like, do you know her? I'm like, I don't know her. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Um, this is strange. And she's like, I told her straight up. I said, listen, this is the first time shit like this happened. And so then I started telling her a couple of different things. She goes, "Oh my God." And I'm like, "Yeah, exactly." I mean, I've had girls do worse. Like beyond, I'm not calling it worse, just beyond this. This isn't the first time somebody just came in, backed the thing up, right on it. It's not the first time, but it was just so weird because I like, yo, I, I at a different time in life, I'd have been like, bitch, you trying to fuck or what? Like, I mean, let's just be honest about it. But my headspace was on some other shit at this point. I'm not gonna be disrespectful. Like, it was just wild. And I was like, what the fuck are we doing right here? But anyway, so the next thing that happens, and this was just a couple of fucking days ago, on the train, kind of crowded. Now, everyone is that knows me, like face to face, like we've hung out, knows me, shit like that. They call me the tank because when I walk and I'm moving to get somewhere, I'm in get the fuck out of my way mode. Old people and children are the only ones that I will actually like full on contort my body to not knock over. But if we're walking past each other as grown ass men, or fucking you're a young adult, or like females, I'll try and do that unless you're just blatantly being stupid. I'll try and move the fuck out of the way unless you're just being stupid. Then you will get knocked over too. And if I have someone with me, I am very protective of that person. All right, that's just how I walk. But I'm on the train. I'm not with anyone coming to my stop. But prior to that, I'm recognizing everybody around me, whatever. And there's this girl that was a good, like, if we took this as a line, like a straight line, she was a good four people over, and there was a guy next to her. So I'm thinking, oh, couple, whatever. Train is packed. Guy gets on the train and he's kind of being rude, and I'm like, hey. And I literally, like, when I say I literally pushed, back of hand, forearm, pushed, and it made him like fucking move. And I'm like, and there was an old lady there, and that's why I was acting like that. Like, you bumping into me on the train, like when it's a packed train, it's okay. But don't fucking be mean to the little old lady who's stuck standing up because nobody gave her a fucking seat to sit down in. And I get it. Here, it's not the same as other places in the world. My whole thing is, no matter what, all of my cultures say that we have to be fucking respectful to the elderly. I think so. She could be an old Grinch, just evil, wicked witch of the fucking West. But right now, to me, all I see is a little old lady standing here with a fucking cane. All right? That's it. Now, my stop is coming up. I turn. I'm going ahead and walking through. And usually, what happens is it's so crowded, you do have to push through people. Now, as I'm walking through people, I recognize that someone has now, not with one hand, but with two fucking hands, grabbed my bicep and tricep. I was about to say my right, so the words all my right arm, bicep and tricep. And I'm walking through this, but I do a slight turn, and that girl that was four people down with the dude, like I said, I swear that was a couple. She has now latched on to me like she just knew I'm gonna tank through these motherfuckers. So I'm walking through, and when I turn and I see, she looks me dead in the eyes, and like, and I just Dodge over this. It's okay. Like saying it's okay, and I'll help her get out. And so I get out, but she doesn't let go of my arm. So now I'm like, what are we doing here? But as everyone else is coming through, I kind of like, I shifted, and my arm came out of her hand and I'm going down the stairs and I'm like, you do not, no one should be holding on to me walking downstairs because I move and I would have been dragging her down the fucking stairs. It's not like I was with my girl or some shit like that, and we holding hands and like stroke. No, 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 nigga. I'm in a rush to get to where I'm going. But I turn back and I see her and she's just standing there like kind of looking and then she starts coming down the stairs and then the dude comes up behind and I'm like, what what just happened? Somebody help me here. And I just let it go. But I'm just like, as her dude, I would have been a little bit like, bitch, what are we doing? Unless that wasn't their dude, and I just assumed, their interaction, they could have been cousins, brother, sister, friends. Hell, boy, don't you motherfuckers ever do what I'm about to say right now. Ladies, don't you ever allow this to be the case either. I mean, honestly, can't nobody even fault you if you do. This was this dude's dumbass fault. But what I was just saying just reminded me of two people that I met here. Dude brought his friend to Japan, paid for his friend to come to Japan. Now, of course, me being me, we're having this conversation, and I go, so you and your girl, or no, 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 I was talking to the girl, and I said, so are you and your boyfriend like this? And she goes, oh, no, 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 that's not my boyfriend. And right then I said, oh, shit, wait, what? It was like somebody scratched a record. Just, oh, no, 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 we're just friends. And I looked at him for confirmation, and the confirmation was the sad confirmation too, y'all. It was the sad confirmation, like, ooh, nigga. And I'm like, oh, for real? I'm like, so wait, bro, like, have you gone out to do this, and this? He's like, nah, cuz. And I'm like, so I asked a couple questions, not trying to be mean, but it was all in jest. People were having drinks. I was there with all my friends or whatever, and I didn't want them to feel left out. They were only two foreigners in the place. So we're all just joking, and I go, so, um, you gonna let him go off and meet some girls? She's like, well, of course he can, like, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, you know what, bro? Here's where you need to go. You need to go do this, and this. And he's like, yeah, yeah. But what I realized it was this is one of those dudes who's been sitting here just like, I'm in love with this girl. Like, I done brought her to fucking Japan and paid for everything, and still not gonna get none. Lord have mercy. Somebody help me. Like, it was that sort of situation. And so that whole thing on the train could have been the same thing. But gentlemen, don't you fucking ever do that. Don't you be that guy. If you're genuinely like friends, like, that girl is going to help pay for that trip or something. Or at the very least, she is not going to act the way that that young woman acted, because she put it out there like, I'm here to do some things and fuck him. And I was just like, this is wild, while he's just sitting here like cucked out. I was so sad for the dude, but it is what it is, bro. But anyway, so yeah, that's old story time right there. It's just been wild and crazy, some of the shit that I've been running into, and I am working on the videos. In fact, well, I haven't finished the class. I still got 1 week, but this week is nothing. This upcoming week is really nothing, except I'm preparing for my next one. But anyway, I finished that, and I have already recorded the wording for the video, the dialogue, and everything else. And now it's just a matter of putting everything in place. And a pretty important video, I think, is going to be coming out soon, as well as more food videos. Those are all in line. It's all getting done. I swear to y'all, like, I swear, I've just been busy. But on that note, let me take a quick break. When I come back, we're gonna watch a couple of videos, One of them brings me great joy to to talk about this idiot. The other one, just some, ooh shit, my bad. Just something a little interesting and a news story. Like this news story is wild. This news story is absolutely insane. And then after that, we'll get into some gaming. What time is it? Oh my god. Ugh. So it's 3:18 here, which in the afternoon. So that's not that bad. I still have a good 2 to 3 hours. What time is it for you all? I still find it BS that my full cell instructors purposely fail. That shit, I remember you telling me about that. That shit is wild. That shit is absolutely wild to me. Like, that's, yeah, that was some fuckery. I remember you talking to me about that. But anyway, I'm gonna take a quick break, you guys. I can't talk. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Let me know if there's any games you guys want me to play. Right now, I do have Steam up. I have okay. I realized something. I've never played Marvel Rivals, and I think that was partially because of like not being too big. Excuse me, in the Overwatch unless it was playing with you all. But I think today I might actually try Marvel Rivals, and of course probably play some Fortnite. But when I get back, we will do the news story, the two videos, and then get into some gaming. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back soon. Thank you guys for watching. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, hop in the chat. On Twitch, follow, subscribe, hop in the chat. I'll see you soon. Don't do it. It's a very toxic community, just like Overwatch. God damn, I just got warned. Listen, I don't talk to people in that game. Fuck them. Unless I'm playing with you all or whatever. And then besides that, yeah, no, you're right, because I'll say some things that just might get me banned if I end up talking to people online because I'm an asshole when it comes down to that. But yeah, I'll be back soon. Don't go anywhere. Okay, everybody, can you hear me? Because something weird happened when I walked away. I just need to make sure. Okay, it looks like the volume is back. The weirdest thing happened as soon as I like turned off the mic to walk away. It just removed itself from the screen, and I'm like, that's not good. I almost thought I'd have to reset, and we ain't doing that. All right. So anyway, let's see. Let's get these videos brought up. So one of the things that I know I've talked to you all about before is relationships, like as far as friendships and everything else here in Japan. You know what? Before we get into that, because there's a 5 minute video we're gonna watch, and this is coming from a Japanese woman. Like I found her video, and I actually ended up messaging her because I would actually like to do a live stream with her, or at least create a video with her, talking about certain things that people just don't understand about living here. Pure and simply. Hold on. Before getting into that though, so the crimes in Japan, some of the shit that happens, I kind of covered in a video before, on stream before. This one popped up, and it goes to prove like the nature of copycats here is absolutely crazy, and it also goes to show just how concealed information is here to the rest of the world, from here to the rest of the world. All right. And what I mean by that is this: the audio died as soon as I switched. That's so weird. There's something wrong with this system. What in the hell? All right. If any echo or anything happens, let me know. I'll go back and check what's going on. But this right here, this story, polygamists in Japan allegedly created a brainwashing manual. I tried pulling this up originally, and every link is broken. And when I say every link was broken, it so this one here was the main story. Oops. 404 not found. This one here, article is no longer available. X can't pull that one. BBC leads to something old. And the funny thing about this is that this one is from January 2006, where the like original idea of this that I heard for the first time. Oh yeah, Japan is one of the most information isolated countries unless it's anime and video games. Shit, it's even isolated on that too in some extent because you guys don't get a lot of the things that come from here, and not just that, but it's altered. It's actually altered by the time it gets to you. And the ones that aren't, it surprises me because the content technically is illegal in other countries, including the States. But the way that they alter it, the content still semi remains just played in a different light. It's like there's loopholes for everything in Japan. I've told you guys that before. But anyway, the original story, or the original thing that happened, was back in the 70s. This guy, essentially what everybody thought was, he was brainwashing women into coming to live with him. He created a cult. This is just a fact. The dude claimed he was fucking Jesus Christ. Okay? Listen, not a joke at all. Son of God, that's who he said he was. He had a group of women come to live with him. And the parents finally were just like, we got to stop this. And this went on for years. I'm talking into the 80s, into the 90s, and he passed away. But At the end of the day, even after getting arrested and everything else, they had to let him go because he had actually done nothing wrong. He created a cult in a way, but they weren't being dangerous. And the fucking crazy part about it is that a lot of the women who are still alive, they still all live together, and they actually own a business in here in Japan. It's a cafe. Or no, no, no. It's not a cafe. It's a girls bar, but not in the same concept as what most people know of a Japanese girls bar. You go there, you can have like, snack style foods and drinks and talk to the women, but the way that it works, it's nowhere near like the nightlife sort of conversations that you might have with a woman in a girls bar. These women are very, very fucking religious. Like, it's crazy. Now, anyway, come to this current day and age. Here we go. Polyamorous man arrested for brainwashing, doing that to a girl. This story is still the wrong one. All right. So we're going to skip this one and go to the right one. This is the one. Nearly 1,000 videos shared in polygamous family case, police say. Now, if you don't know what polyamory is or polygamy, that is being married to more than one individual, typically living in the same household, things like that. The shit is illegal in most countries, 1,000% in the States. This one here. Wow. 39-year-old man, his wife, and his common law wife, who were arrested over allegedly posting secretly filmed videos, shared nearly 1,000 such videos and photos online, investigative sources said Tuesday. The man, Yohei Ono, 39, his wife, Haruka, 28, and his common law wife, Being, 24, who is also his adopted daughter. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that says what it fucking says. Also, his adopted daughter. His wife is 28. His adopted daughter is 24. Okay, okay, listen. Listen to me. I need you to hear me out here. He's 39. He's 11 years older than Haruka, his wife. All right. Now, age gap, not a big thing. Age gap, not even a big thing if he was actually just married to the 24-year-old. The problem is that it's his adopted daughter. I need you to really think about that. Let that marinate. Even if even if it like doesn't really clamp down on you right now, later on tonight, maybe tomorrow, you're gonna be like, wait a fucking minute. When did he adopt this woman? First off, that is the first question. When? When did he adopt? When did they adopt her? Because it couldn't have just been him. They adopted her at 24, and then he married her. Like, what the fuck are we doing right now? This part of the story just I I'm mathing out so many fucking things, and when I first read this, the math was happening. And I'm just like, no matter how I slice this, this is terrible. Even if they were married when Haruka was 20, and that would have made him 31, then she would have been 16. Rin would have been 16 when they adopted her. And at that point, then I'm like, okay, that's a viable adoption situation. Even if they got married and Haruka was 19, 18, something like that, viable because they're adopting a young it's still a child to me. It's still a child, yeah, it is what it is. But no matter what, you married her. Like, what the fuck are we doing at this point? All right. They claim that they've been living together as a polygamous family. Ono was arrested by Tokyo's Metropolitan Police Department in November for allegedly confining a woman under 20. So, not Lean, not his wife. They confined another woman under the age of 20. His wife and common law wife were arrested in the following month on suspicion of secretly filming Ono having sexual intercourse with a woman in her 20s and posting the footage on a video sharing site. Ono was then served with a fresh arrest warrant on the same charges. Now, a fresh arrest warrant on the same charges? So the question is, a fresh arrest warrant means that you had an arrest warrant for him before and you might have served it, but you're serving it again now. Listen, Japanese and English, they kind of miss each other. So I'm just going to take, given the benefit of the doubt, this is the first arrest warrant. Fresh meaning now, fresh first. All right. And considering all of the bureaucracy that it takes to do things with the police, I can see that being the case. It's a double-edged sword having as much bureaucracy as Japan has dealing with the police, but it is necessary. In all actuality, on some level, the states kind of need it the same for certain things. But in this case, absolutely no. On Tuesday, the police served new arrest warrants for the. Okay, now it says new arrest warrants again, so that means there were other arrest warrants. Well, there goes that fucking idea, the fresh thing. New arrest warrants for the three for allegedly secretly filming him having with another woman in her 20s at a hotel in Tokyo Shinjuku Ward on June 23rd, 2024. Shinjuku, always the source of something ridiculous, and sharing the video through online video platform MyFans on October 26th. Yeah, so this is the Japanese equivalent of OnlyFans. That's what My Fans is. The three are believed to have ended or earned more than 55 million yen by selling the secret video. They got they made bread. Ono has admitted to the allegations while the other two have remained silent. Okay, he admits it. The other two remain silent. I'm sorry. I'm so ladies, at this point, just go ahead. You need to tell the fucking truth. Like, you're not getting away with this. There's no way. The police said that the woman in 2024 case and Ono came to know each other through social media and met several times. The police informed the woman that she had been secretly filmed. She told them that she was ordered to pay 3 million in consolation money for having an extramarital. Oh, oh, listen, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the thing. Damn it. Okay. All right. So first off, she found out she was secretly filmed. How? I don't know. Maybe she has a MyFans account and found her video on there, or she saw it someone else, or someone else saw it. Now, originally looking at this, I was wondering if they had actually what's it called? Tried blackmailing her. But this, she has to pay 3 million in consolation money for having the extramarital affair in Japan. If you're not in one of those types of relationships that are open, which, listen, I'm gonna just say it right here, right now, there's a lot of people that are. A lot. A lot. Jesus, there's a lot. But if you get a divorce, you could end up paying your spouse for fucking up. Oh, yeah, that's a very real thing. Especially if you're a female. The guys, it's always interesting, but I mean, the society is still built in that way here. The guys usually don't run into the problems that females will run into. The problems that females will run into, besides having to pay out for fucking up, especially extramarital affairs, they actually will get shunned and treated poorly by their neighbors, the city they live in, their parents, for Christ's sake, family, and people will move away from those places and just try and start anew somewhere else. Typically Tokyo, but sometimes that shit follows you. But that is a crazy concept to have to pay out. That would stop a lot of people's bullshit in the States, I think. It really would. Well, actually, well, on the female side, it would. The men, they just, whatever. Whatever. But the three are believed to have filmed the intercourse by setting up a camera disguised as a fire alarm and hiding other equipment behind framed paintings and boxes of tissues in a hotel room. Over 860 videos featuring about 100 women have been found at related places, and police confirmed that 1,000 videos were shared on a paid membership website. Some of the videos have already been deleted. The, the internet, come on now. We all know the internet, shit, nothing is ever truly gone from there. The three are also suspected of operating a honey trap scheme. So here's the thing: they might have removed the other articles for the title, but let's see. I think this one was the one that had the original title. Polygamists in Japan allegedly created brainwashing manual to control women. That was the title, and rightfully so, because what this article here actually leaves out is the manual that they found. This guy had actually written very intricate and specific details on women, the way that they acted and reacted to certain scenarios. And one of the women in here, he was like controlling controlling her in ways that were astounding, allegedly, and it was all written in that journal and based off of the tactics that he had come up with. Essentially, I mean, if this man didn't become the joker of the situation, he might have found the thing that could help every fucking guy in the world learn how to actually interact with women without being fucking awkward. But no, 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 no. Nah, he's not even the Joker. This motherfucker became the scarecrow in this scenario and was doing dirt, dirt, and making bread off of it. It's wild the shit that happens here that you guys don't actually get to see. And to see the fact that there were so many other articles of things of this same nature, 75-year-old man and one of his former wives, and so on and so forth. The story from back in the 80s. This one I think is the same. Yeah, no, no, no. A 57-year-old man, unemployed fortune teller, already openly lives with 10 other women. Come on, y'all. Maybe the 57 and 75 were reversed. Hirohito Shibuya, which is a crazy name. Mr. Shibuya. Okay, so somewhere along the lines, they just twisted the ages here. 57 versus 75. I mean, he could be either one. Japanese, like, listen, you can never tell as far as age on that situation. But tell me that story is not insane. But anyway, this actually is going to go into this video here, and I think this is something that a lot of you might find interesting because I've spoken about this before, where I tell people that the Japanese have a tendency to hold on a second. to, let's say, not keep it real, not keep it 100. All right. And there's a lot of things that people will say to you, or the way that they treat you and everything else, that it's just fake. Now, her perspective of it is one thing, and I completely understand her perspective of it because I've seen it, and people just don't realize that it's happening. But there's also a second side to it. And I think I'll kind of go into that while we watch and react to this video, or afterward. But here we go. Her name, by the way, is Yamato Soul Art. If you guys want, check out her channel. I don't know what other kind of stuff she does, but this video I found interesting. And hey,
こんにちは、かすみです。日本でアーティストとして活動しています。今日は、
okay, you guys can't understand that. There isn't. She actually did this video in English. Did she take it down? Hold on. Oh wow! Now looking at her site, wow, there's a lot of stuff.
本部長、ちょっとお時間
I
いいで
wonder
すか
this might be.
この感じ。
ハロー、こんにちは。This is かすみ。Welcome to my channel. こんにちは、ヤマトソーラーとかすみです。今日は私がなぜ日本人のことを
No. Oh my gosh, that is so sad if she took it down or had to alter it. Like, she literally did this video in English. She did it in English as well. Oh my goodness. In fact, that's a dub. This is a dub over her English one. Let me see.
こんにちは、かすみです。
Hold on. I wonder if she got in trouble for this. Oh no.
Hi, こんにちは。My name is Kasumi. I'm an artist in Japan. Today I want to talk about why
Okay, so I had it on Japanese dub. My bad. That's my fault. I was hoping she didn't get in trouble for this shit.
I really hate Japan and why I really want to move out from Japan in the future. If you search about Japan, maybe you might find only good information about Japan. But if you're born or raised in Japan, or if you live in Japan, you can see and find so many bad points of Japan. First of all, Japan is good place, really good place, because there's so many beautiful nature, so many beautiful historical buildings, so many beautiful cultures. But nowadays, I can't feel like, oh, Japan is so good place, because Japan changed a lot. So today I want to tell you the reasons why I really hate Japan and
Okay, so and this is the thing right here. Everything she said, like the life, like being able to live your life the way that you can here, fantastic. And being younger, being here, it was it was different for me because I mean, well, because of the way I look, number one. All right, that's just it. Going to school, doing different things. Like, first off, Japanese kids, if they have outsider features, especially like Western features, they would get made fun of. Me, I got that lovely all natural tan with some Asian features, and then they see my mama, and they're just like, yeah, yeah, we get that, but y'all are different. Because my mama was super, like light bright 2 shades from white ain't even it. My mama was, she would, let's see, I would say she was more like damn, nah, Okinawan Japanese people, and even like some of the darker skinned, like this one here, I know this is part lighting because she is not as white as she looks on here, but yeah, it could like anybody could have looked at me and my mom and been like, "Are you sure you didn't kidnap him?" Until you really look at the two of us, then it was just like, "Oh yeah, that's your fucking child, 100%." Especially when I was younger, I had such oh, and the longer hair, girly features, whatever. But that made it very complicated. But people ended up not just like Okinawa. Okinawa, it was fine. It was more here in like Asakusa, and then the other places where we lived, that was a little bit different. It's just the same as being in like Spain was never never really that bad. Even living in the States, everybody was always just like, "What are you?" So it could for some people cause an issue. For me, I was just always like, "Bitch, either you like me or you don't. I don't give a fuck." I mean, that is just my nature. So like I was saying, all of the stuff she's saying as far as like the lifestyle and everything else, the culture, the history, the nature, architecture, the beautiful buildings, just all of it, absolutely, absolutely fantastic. We'll let her go ahead a little farther.
Why I really want to move out from Japan in the future. First, this is the big point. Most Japanese people are just pretending to be kind, to be nice, to be polite. They are always pretending. If you visit Japan, maybe you would have a good impression about Japanese people. They're always smiling and they never say bad things, and
The always smiling thing, not true. I don't know if there's a meme out there, but it should be. But the Japanese face when happy, when sad, when indifferent, zero expression. Unless you're out and like actually like doing some shit. But when she's talking about this, I think it's more from the aspect of the service industry, or if you end up meeting someone as a foreigner and you're out and about. So I've seen this, and this one I was just like, you bitch. Like I had one of them female moments. I was like, you bitch. Because I was at a bar a friend of mine owns, and everybody's just having a good time, whatever. A couple of people came in, and mind you, there are a lot of foreigners who go to this bar because the guy that owns it is a foreigner. All right. Well, but he's Japanese, but he was originally from somewhere else. That's downright disrespectful for me to call him a foreigner. I apologize for that. That's wrong. But yeah, he's Japanese, but he was from somewhere else. He just, you just know it. When you see him, it is what it is. But anyway, this girl, there's two girls and a guy that are there, Japanese people. These two other people come in. Everyone says, hi, konnichiwa, whatever, or yes, or konban, konbanwa. It was the evening, but the guy, they weren't a couple or anything like that. The guy goes and talks to two other girls that were with the other group, the Japanese group. He's kind of hitting on one of the girls. Goes through this whole thing. He does not speak Japanese. She speaks decent enough English. But after actually exchanging information with him, I shit you not. One of the girls asked her in Japanese, what was that all about? Oh, he thinks I should like him or something. He's ew. After all of this, like he's not that cute and all this other shit. After all of the talking and giggling and he's in this exchange that she did, she outright, I mean, was just nasty about it. And the shit that she said is fucking. Ooh, I almost used that word. the the Riri word. It's downright despicable because she's like, he doesn't even speak, or we could never. How do I translate this in the way that she said it? We could never communicate because he doesn't speak, meaning he doesn't speak Japanese. Bitch, you speak English. Maybe not amazingly, but you speak English. I've watched you speak English to him. I've spoken English to you. You've spoken English to other individuals in here. But that's that fakeness. Never say anything mean, never, whatever. And in the service industry, oh, oh, they could be downright terrible at times. I've heard the things that people have said, and it's always beautiful because what ends up happening in those instances, especially if I'm with friends and I start speaking Japanese in front of the person after they said something foul, oh, the facial expressions they make. It's a beautiful fucking thing. Anyway,
Always kind and
yo, Death Skull, what's good? How you doing?
polite, but that's just pretending. Even friend, even family, they never talk the truth. Even when they say the good word to you, like, oh, this is so cute, oh, this is wonderful, oh, you are so kind, oh,
Oh, the girls here. Oh, kawaii. And talking to their friend. Oh my God, so cute. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Can't stand her. I hope she falls down a well. Bitch, wait, a well? We are in Tokyo. There are no wells in Tokyo. What are we doing here? Like, I'm telling you right now, it is so legit. So fucking legit. Just trying to enjoy the weekend. How you doing? Man, I'm doing good. It's been busy, but I can't complain. I can't complain. Right now I've been yapping it up, but right now we're reacting to a couple of videos, then probably gonna get into some gaming. Tomorrow got some stuff going on. Monday is a holiday here, but I still got work to do. Life. Just living, man. Like I can never complain, honestly. Even when dumb shit goes on.
oh, thank you. That's just pretending. We have the Japanese expression hara guroi. Hara means stomach. Guroi, kuroi means dark. Stomach is dark.
Which pretty much turns to like having an evil soul. So if you guys don't know, in most Asian cultures, and if you study martial arts and things like that too, the point in your body where all energy is supplied, it is a point just above your navel or belly button. That's where you're supposed to retain and maintain all of your energy and release it out. That's where the breathing techniques come in and everything else. Breathing techniques. What anime, for instance, JJK, Black Flash. What's the other one? There's a lot of them where breathing techniques come into play, but that's why it's dark stomach. Like that is essentially the essence of your soul right there. Nice to hear. Busy is good. What games are you thinking about playing? So I was gonna try Marvel Strike Force, or is that what it's called? Marvel Strike Force, Marvel Rivals for the first time, but everybody's like it's toxic, so don't even go in there. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe get on Fortnite. I have both Steam and Xbox open right now on the PC, so I haven't even decided. Just running through these videos first.
So that means people look so polite and kind and nice,
But they got a
but
dark soul.
inside it's so dark and thinking bad things. I feel like most Japanese people are wearing the mask, the other face. Like inside of their heart, they are thinking very bad things, envy the other people, compare to the other people, but the face is always pretending to be kind and to be polite and to be good. They never show their true feelings or true thinking. So it's very stressful to talk to Japanese people because they always say lying. So yeah, don't believe Japanese people.
I told you guys that in a prior stream that Japanese people will lie for no reason. And in fact, I told you all, like, one of the first women when I came back here, the woman that I met, like we were talking about different things or whatever else, and she's just like, that's been always the thing growing up. Like everyone just lies to each other, and it's hard to believe anything that anyone says at times. And the point I get at with it though is Tokyo is so much different than other areas. While the shit happens in other areas too, and in fact, you'll run into more xenophobia in outside areas, especially the countryside, so on and so forth. That happens more in those areas as well. But Tokyo is like that because of number one, things that they're fed. The fuck up 100% to a lot of things here in Japan at this point has always been chasing after ideals of America and everything else. That whole thing. Oh, this morning, I don't even know if I told you guys this. On the way here, I kid you not, this made me so fucking mad. I get up to the train. There's a little old lady there, and I'm talking, this is Ba-chan, oh Ba-chan, like grandma, all right? Walking stick, kind of hunched. The woman literally only stands fucking maybe at my elbow. Grayed out, just adorable little old lady. And she's standing there, and I just get this weird feeling like she's worried about getting on this train. So first off, there's no conductor or any staff there to help her get on the train. There's another guy that's standing there, Japanese guy, a couple over to the left, a couple of Japanese dudes to the left, a woman there, and then another one at the right, whatever. When I walk up, I get in line, and she comes and walks up like almost right next to me. And I look down on her at her, and I'm like, "Daijoubu desu ka?" And she goes, just shakes her head, and I tell her, "Tasukete," like I will help you. And she goes, "Gomenasai, gomenasai, arigatou gozaimasu." Like, and what she's saying is, I'm so sorry for being a burden, and thank you so much. So I literally help her get on the train, and again, we get on the train, and as we're getting on the train, mind you, other people are trying to come on. I fucking put my arm out. No one, listen, there's certain things you just don't do here. And one of those things is, stop flow of traffic or like push someone off or whatever. I did not give a fuck in that moment on everything. I put my arm out to cover her and stop everybody else from moving so I could help her on that fucking train because people would have just tried to push through. And again, she's like, I'm so sorry for interrupting you, like over and over. And I'm just like, it's fine, Daiju, it's fine. That type of shit. would never have happened years ago. But I told you all about the different things that have been going on here and have been going on for years now. And a lot of it comes from people following everything about like what life is like in America or Europe and blah, blah, blah. And even in her case, the sad thing about this is that her case is she's trapped in that bubble of loneliness and everything else because what happens is you have this lifetime of like of pressure and oppression being pushed down on you. And so you think that this is how you're supposed to be. And then when you get older, you think, oh no, I'll blossom out and everything will be fine. But then you start getting all of this outside influence coming in on you. And said outside influence is happening with everybody else. And then the crimes that happen and so on and so forth. And then it's just like, wait a minute, everyone is fucked up. I can't trust them. I can't do this. I can't do that. And so maybe it'd be better if I move somewhere to the west or to different, you know, that's where most Japanese people go to. Like let's just be honest about it. That's where they move to when they're trying to escape the pressures and ideals of Japan. When in all actuality, you need to get the fuck outside of your bubble. You need to get the fuck outside of Tokyo. Even if you're here, you need to talk to individuals that you normally wouldn't talk to. And I'm not saying anything bad about her. What I'm saying is the mentality has created that space of loneliness that everyone suffers here. And it blows my mind because no one sees all they've done is created a fucking contradictory ass circle to everything that they actually want and want to be in life. It's amazing.
And second, they care how do they look too much. And they always afraid to be unique, to be different from the other people. So
And the ones that are unique, oh Lord, the outcasts. Like they are treated like the outcasts. And you get a lot of ones that you might look at as, and I think, I don't, nowadays, I don't know, because I haven't been in fucking school, like high school or like in years. But everybody had that group that everybody called the freaks. And those were the kids that like when essentially the goth kids or what's the there's a new term for those same individuals now. I can't remember it, but that's what individuals here look like when they try to go outside the lines. And some of them still are within the lines, like in that otaku world of cutesy, this, that, and the other. But the ones that go outside of it, oh, you'll know. They got piercings galore, every fucking wear, tats and different shit like that. And it's so funny because even me, like when I'm out most of the time, I wear a um a long sleeve shirt or something like that. And it's not even necessarily to cover my tattoos, but I know that it does that and it helps people accept. I don't give a fuck if they don't accept me, but the presence of me, I think, a little bit more than not. But during the summer, I don't give a shit. I'm not being uncomfortable for a fucking soul. I got tattoos. It is what it is, and you're gonna see them. And what I've seen, honestly, this is what was crazy to me. Even yesterday, it happened to me. A woman that I have known for quite some time now. I ended up seeing her while being out at one of the izakayas last night just to have a quick bite to eat and everything else. And she walked and she goes, "Wait a minute," and grabbed my sleeve and rolled it up and started reading. And she's like, "How did I not know?" I'm like, "I don't know. How did you not know?" And I showed her the rest. And she's like, "I didn't know." I'm like, "Bitch, we've seen each other so like what the fuck?" But maybe it's just she's never been like behind me like that or whatever, but everybody else knows. And most people, they literally like will want to read my tattoos. And then when we talk about the story behind them, so like this one here on my right arm, that comes from my mother. Like my birth name and what she always called me. That that story on my arm comes from her. And it just blows their mind. And then it makes them understand even more. They're like, oh yeah, your mama was definitely fucking Japanese. But anyway,
If I do something unique or if I do something different from the other people, they might look at me like this, and they might say, oh, she's crazy, don't talk to her,
that's usually
because
more in
she's
the very
crazy,
small
like
cities,
this.
but
And
people in Tokyo
sometimes
have that
they
as well.
start ignoring me because I do something different from the other people. That's so stressful. And this is not for only adult. Even Japanese kids afraid to be unique,
Yep.
afraid to be different from the other people, afraid to express their true feeling, because if they do something different things, many people will ignore her or him. So Japanese people are spending very stressful life since they are very small. And third, most Japanese people hate somebody who follow their dreams. When I was little,
Yo, yo, the haterism. Oh, but it's built into the society though. Here's the thing. If you follow your dream and you go outside of the family bounds, you could be disrespecting your elders. If they own a business and it's supposed to go to you and you want to do something else, oh no, hold the fuck up. What is going on? If you have gone to, and mind you, school here is very different. To get into great jobs, you typically from childhood, and we're talking maybe even your daycare days, you have to be in the best one of those. Like the system is insane like that. And a lot of those people end up fucking hating what they do or don't do well at it. It blows my mind. But who knew that's possible? Because they're humans. But to live out your dreams and become something big, big, you better best believe that most of the people around you who are smiling in your face hate your guts because they ain't living that life, or because you became the nail that stuck out, which is a saying here in Japan: don't be the nail that sticks out.
my dream was to be an artist, but most people said to me that is not possible. Like
Sweetheart,
that.
everybody
Most
hates
Japanese
artists.
people say dream won't come
It's sad.
true. That's crazy. Because we should have dream to live wonderful life until we die, right? If we don't believe and follow the dream, what should we do through our life? But most Japanese people really hate people who have dream and people who made their dreams come true. That's crazy. In conclusion, Japanese people look so nice, but most of them are terrible. But to visiting, only visiting, Japan is good place, I think, because safe and clean, food is good, nature is beautiful, but to live, I can't recommend because it's very stressful. So, alright, thank you for listening today. Through this channel, I sometimes want to share you about Japan or the real information about Japan.
Okay, so we can stop there. Here's the thing. So the sad part about all of this is that she is in for a rude awakening almost anywhere she goes, because lots of people are like that. It seems so much worse here because it's a smaller country. There's so many people around, and people are really afraid to interact with anyone outside of, you know, who they haven't known almost their whole lives. And it's really funny because I had a conversation with a guy one day, and he and I actually became really good friends. And whenever we see, he's always asking me like life questions. But the conversation was about, everyone knew how my schedule works here. Like, I'm always go, 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 and wanting to do so many different things that I end up like feeling like I'm not doing dick, even though I know and I can see the work that I have done and everything else. And that includes like actual work, and then with schooling and, just all of those things. But we talked about pressure and how to manage it, how to live and be decently happy when everything around you feels like shit. And I gave him the answer that I said, for me, this is what it is. I can't tell you what you're going to do, but what I can give you is a little bit of advice, and did so. And ever since then, it's just always been a thing of like the conversations are like very good, meaningful conversations. And the thing about Japanese people is that they don't understand how to do that. They don't understand how to have actual good, meaningful conversations. Everything is very superficial. I almost said superfluous, but superficial is the word. And it's really bad if you can't do that with individuals that you're around who are new to you. It makes it even worse. You're kind of trapping yourself in a bubble, so to speak, and it gives you no new out insight to things, no new relationships can be built. And this is why it upsets me the way that things are with the states, especially at this point. You have a place where the entire world is put in one massive country. You have different ideals, different fucking uh, 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 cultures, all of these things. And instead of actually being normal fucking human beings and realizing that the human experience is actually about that interaction, that bonding, that conversation without like having any fucking like ulterior motive or anything like that. They just want to fight and bicker with each other. And here, I guess on some level, it keeps that from happening when you don't talk to anybody, but it also keeps you from learning something that you may not know. And that includes from people who are just traveling through, making a new friend somewhere else in the world. That includes like the people who have come here to live and to work or have become citizens of, or who are, and this right here will never cease to fucking irritate me, the people who are part of your culture, even though they have other cultures within them as well. Japanese people like the concept of being hafu to them is fucking. It's not even a foreign concept. It's just like that can't exist at all. That there's no possible way. There's a girl, I don't know. Someone told me to look her up because they were like, she is half, grew up here, everything, speaks. You can't help but speak perfect fucking Japanese when you're born and grew up here. But people try to just disrespect her left and right to the point to where she's just like, you know what? And she'll call them out on it. And that's not a very Japanese thing to do, but I'm just like, the fuck? Why not? You know, I get why it's not a very Japanese thing to do, but why not? She should go ahead and do that. It's something that I do a lot. I call people out on their bullshit. I don't care. It's like you don't have to like me, but this is what it is. And I'm going to tell you when you're fucking wrong. People don't like the truth. That's just how it works. But the idea that you're going to get away from all of those things that you don't like by moving to another country, you're just going to fall into the same trap, especially if you haven't allowed yourself to blossom like fully being here or the country that you're from or whatever. People, they can change, but there's a lot of little things that, like personality traits, that just don't. And even if you think on some level, well, I've gotten this under control, there's another personality trait that just won't change. Maybe you move somewhere, you become a little bit more extroverted. Take guys for instance. You move somewhere, you become a little bit more extroverted, but you're still horrible at talking to women. You're gonna make that your main gripe. Maybe you move somewhere, you make a little bit more money, but friendships and relationships don't mean shit to your coworkers or to anyone else around you. Now you're stuck in the same spot. It's a matter of like making yourself as fully complete as possible before transitioning to something new, because otherwise you're just going to sit in the same thing. But this country as a whole, it's a problem now more so than ever because of groups like that group Sanseto that I spoke about. Those people are the fucking devils of politics. I mean, all politicians are pretty shit, but they are the devils of it. And the new prime minister, well, that's a that's a lesser of two evils sort of situation right there, to be honest about it. And the rule changes and everything else that come into play, it causes all of this because this current generation of individuals, the greater portion of them actually want to be more open and more free and more interacting with individuals from other places. And then there's the other side of them, those motherfuckers who just feed into everything that they're getting lied about and want to detach themselves from everyone and everything, or spew their hatred towards people that have done nothing wrong to them. So I mean, you always have those groups. So it's just one of those things. The only thing you can control in that whole situation is you yourself, and just be, you know, better than what everyone else around you is. And like I always say, not all Japanese people are like that. Not all people from the West are the way that everybody expresses them to be, no matter what group they are in. The bottom line to it is, you got to pick your friends better. And those people who have that whole fucking, like, I'm just going to lie to everybody and talk shit to everybody, treat them as, don't treat them poorly. Call them out on their bullshit. I want to say just treat them like shit and let them know what they are. But nah, call them out on their bullshit and then castrate them. Then bye bye, get the fuck out. Don't put up with that bullshit. But yeah, just be careful of that right there, you guys. Like, people fall into that whole idea. Japan amazing and everyone there is so friendly and so nice and so yada yada yada, and it's like, they're not. They're not. All right, so yeah. Anyway, I should probably go ahead and hop into gaming because watch so many damn videos today. The one that it's so hard not to go